discussed in length the possibility of a superhuman army.
Has testing been successful? Let's find out.
My name is Derek Mindler. I am a student director at St. John's University. I am a film and TV production major. I'm 20 years old and I am from Pennsylvania. I like to tell stories. I like to translate what's on the page into something visual. I like to create the visual images that can be put together into a cohesive story. That's my favorite part of it, is to really be like a visual storyteller, and to, like, because there's so many ways to translate what you see on a page into what you see on a screen, and it's really learning that art of translation in between those two is what I really like. I like to be able to affect people on an emotional level, and to really involve them in the story, and to get them to care about the characters in the movie, to care about what's going on. It's mostly seeing the work that I've done put together into a cohesive story. I really like to be shooting a scene and do each individual shot, like plan each shot and light each shot, and then to see it put together into a whole scene and edited with music and everything. It's really cool to be able to see that. I am primarily a cinematographer, and I direct, I do visual effects work. I've also done some audio work, helping around set as a production assistant. So I've done a lot of the jobs that are available to do on set, so I try to keep myself rounded, so I know pretty much what's going on in most aspects. My biggest project right now is I am working on a feature-length film about the Penguin from Batman comic books. It follows, it's the sequel to an earlier project that actually focused on Batman, and it follows the events after that, and kind of the Penguin's rule over Gotham City, and like his interactions with Cadmus, which is a secret government organization, and he's basically trying to build the next Bane, and like a kind of like a super soldier formula. For me, I got most of my equipment through birthdays and through refund money from school. So I shoot with a Canon T3i. I have a junky little tripod. I have a camera crane, a jib, which that was probably the most expensive piece of equipment that I own. Let's see what else I have. A reflector and some smaller stuff and green screen. So it's really hard to afford to be a filmmaker in general, because it's not first a place where you make money. I mean, you have to be really established to really be able to make a lot of money off of it. So basically it's just kind of like a work as much as you can, and get as much experience as you can, and support yourself any way that you possibly can. I don't currently have a job. Having a job right now would be very beneficial. To be able to, afford to pay actors a little bit, and to buy food to be on set, and for any small expenses like that, and to also save up for the larger expenses. My primary interest is cinematography and directing. So I'm gonna be looking into getting TV directing jobs, shooting things for documentaries, for TV shows, for movies, for commercials, anything that I can really get the opportunity to shoot or to direct is really a good opportunity to get more experiences, because it's all about experience and who you know. Okay, my family is amazing. It's just my mom and my little brother. We live in a decent-sized house in Pennsylvania, and we have 2 dogs. This is my little brother. He's an actor, and he's been on Broadway and in Our Idiot Brother, a movie with Paul Rudd and Zooey Deschanel. So that by itself is really valuable to me, because it also is another kind of connection that I have to the industry that I'm trying to get into. My mom, she works at a global network operations center in New Jersey for AT&T. And she also writes scripts on the side. So it's kind of like a really roundabout, like we're all kind of involved in the thing. So it's a really supportive atmosphere for this, and which I'm really grateful for. It was actually my mom who kind of encouraged me to go into the film program. Previously, I was making films. I was, really enjoying it, but I didn't really think of it as a career opportunity until, right before I started my freshman year. And my mom told me, she was like, the community college here has a really great film program. Why don't you go to that? And I was like, you know what, that's a really good idea. So I did that, and I, became even more passionate about filmmaking and directing and everything. And that's the moment where it really started, turning into a legitimate career opportunity for me. St. John's is, I really like it here. I love the people. Everyone is really nice, and it's a big community of people that really, in general, work well together. St. John's is not primarily known as like a film school. It's more, sports management, pharmacy. So, I feel like the artistic side of it could use a little bit more effort, which is what I'm putting into it. I'm trying to get people interested in doing projects and into doing films and dramatic arts, and I think it's really great to be able to have an artistic community of, like-minded people on campus. The director really needs to be fully aware and needs to know the characters inside and out to really be able to help put that vision together and work with his crew in such a manner that they can all be working on the same vision, and to not be, the cinematographer can't be thinking that it's going to be shot as a period piece when it's really supposed to be like a modern day futuristic story. So that everyone has to be on the same page, and that's the director's job, to get everyone on the same page. It's really, he's kind of just the leader. He's the person that interprets the vision, and he's responsible for the way the story is conveyed. One of the most valuable things is planning, I think. I mean, planning can really make the difference between a successful production and a failure. So I mean, like, if you plan out your locations, you have a good script, plan out schedule when people are going to be there, where you're going to put the camera, your shot list. Having all that stuff really makes the actual production a lot easier, and that's a step that a lot of people skip, I feel like. So, like, earlier on when I just started out making movies, I would not even have a script. I would just be like, oh, let's shoot a movie, and I would kind of make it up as we go along. And if that's all you want to do with it, that's fine. But if you really want to become a better storyteller, become a better filmmaker, you really need to plan out, have a good thought out script, have location, equipment. Not necessarily like the best equipment ever. It's definitely the craftsperson and not the tools. So I mean, I used to shoot movies on my iPhone. So it's whatever you have, make movies with what you have, and you'll always shoot things. Always go out another day and do something that's relevant. Do something productive as much as you can.